Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here. Gonna do a quick review today of my new muzzleloader. This is a type of gun that I haven't owned ever in my life. I've borrowed one and used it and had some problems with it. Not this particular model, but a different model. And I just never got around to getting a muzzleloader until now. And the one that I picked up is the CVA Wolf. This is probably the cheapest inline muzzleloader you can get on the market today. I picked this one up for a whopping $175 plus 3% credit card fee. So it was like $190 total. That's a pretty good deal for a muzzleloader. These particular ones do come in several different configurations. The CVA Wolf, that is, it comes in stainless, comes with sights, without sights, blued, blued steel like this one. I went with this one because this is the cheapest option and I am poor. So, why did I choose this particular muzzleloader? Well, for one, again, I'm poor. Number two, this has an external hammer and it is a simple break action, which the other muzzleloader that I used was not. That was a night vision, I think is what it was called. And it was an okay muzzleloader, but it was kind of a pain in the butt to use because it had an internal hammer and it was still a break action, but the break action was so much harder to use because of that internal hammer. Every time you broke it open, you had to cock the hammer with the break action instead of it just being a simple break action like this. Think of it kind of like a double barrel shotgun with internal hammers. It was the same concept. And that being said, if your gun did not go off, or if your charge did not go off at the first pull of the trigger, you couldn't just simply pull the hammer back. You had to break the action open and risk your primer falling out, which happened to me several times with that other muzzleloader. And there are different styles of muzzleloaders as well. Like, there's bolt actions and there's ones that are kind of like semi-automatic, where they have like a little charging handle and, you pull it back to charge it. And when you pull the trigger, it'll slam forward. Different companies make them. CVA is a big one. Night muzzleloaders and Traditions, and several other companies make inline muzzleloaders. And of course, you have your Flintlocks and what's the other one? Percussion caps. I don't remember what those are called. But they're all different types of muzzleloaders, and they are not considered firearms under the law. So you can buy them online and have them shipped directly to your house, because they're not considered a firearm because they're a black powder rifle. I don't really know why it is or isn't. I don't really understand the laws, and quite honestly, most laws don't even make sense to me anyway. Nor do they make sense to many other people. But that being said, I think this is a pretty decent muzzleloader. Very simple. Has fiber optic sights, so it's got green in the back, has red in the front, it is drilled and tapped for a scope mount, and I plan on putting a scope on this with see-through rings so that I can use the fiber optic sights. Some people think that see-through rings are pointless. I disagree, because I missed several deer because they were so close that I couldn't find them in the scope fast enough before they were gone. So if I have a gun with sights, I want to be able to use those sights whether or not there is a scope on the gun or a red dot or whatever. I don't usually use red dots, so scope is what I'm trying to say here. 50 caliber, if I didn't say so. Most muzzleloaders are 50 caliber. There are 54 caliber, but 50 cal is pretty much where it's at in terms of muzzle loaders, especially when talking about hunting muzzle loaders, because there is, in most states, as I understand it, there are hunting seasons for deer that are specifically meant for muzzle loaders only. And in some states, you can't use a centerfire rifle, but you can use a muzzleloader or a shotgun. So if you live in those states, like Illinois is one of those states, a muzzleloader is a good option. Better than a shotgun, in my opinion. Does come with a few things. Number one, it comes with this little tool. Not exactly sure what that is for, because normally I would think a tool like this would be for like helping to take down the gun. Maybe it takes down some of the internal parts, but for this particular gun, muzzleloader anyway, it has a quick breech plug, so you can just turn it with your fingers, and it's just very, very easy to take out. Another reason why I wanted this particular muzzleloader is because of that. Easy to take down, very, very simple. It's cheap, and it feels cheap, but at the same time, it's very simple, and it's easy to take down, easy to clean and take care of. So it comes with this little extension. It goes on the end of your ramrod, so that you can, so you have a little bit of an extension, I guess. I don't really know any other reason why. I guess you could put if they make a handle for this, I guess this could be like a bullet starter. But it does screw into the bottom of the ramrod. This is a palm saver, so it's just basically a little handle. And you can keep this on the ramrod. Screw this onto the end of the ramrod and just leave it on there. I may or may not do that, but it's just a little handle so that you don't have to hurt your hand on the end of the ramrod by pushing down on this. You could just push down on something like this, which is much more comfortable. And there is an Allen wrench and some plug screws to plug up those holes in the top of the barrel in case you don't want to scope. And of course, other nice features is it does have molded in sling swivel studs. Would be nice if they were metal, but again, this was $175. This is cheaper than some of my 22 rifles, and 22s are usually pretty cheap. And it does come with quite a few little pieces of paper. Talks about different bullets, different powders, white hots. Might try those. There are several different types of powder and things to use. CVA, NRA, talks about scopes and stuff, and of course your manual. Definitely want to read the manual on a muzzleloader because there are quite a few safety warnings in this manual, and you definitely do not want to put the wrong powder in a muzzleloader because you basically would turn it into a pipe bomb if you put smokeless powder in this and tried to fire it, because if you put wrong powder in this, I've seen videos where they put the wrong powder in a muzzleloader like this and it just blows up and shoots shrapnel into the dummy that they have, and it's just not a good thing because you get seriously injured, either you yourself or somebody next to you. You get seriously injured or die if you do that. So definitely don't want to do that. Definitely want to read your owner's manual on a muzzleloader because of those reasons I just said. Anyway, that's really all I have to say about this muzzleloader. I'm going to get some powder and some bullets and try it out, see what it likes, get the fiber optic sighted in, and I'm going to see what scope I want to put on it, and we'll do a few videos later on all those different things and just trying it out. This is my first muzzleloader. I've shot muzzleloaders before. They're not that hard to shoot. They're a good hunting tool, but got to try it out for myself. And of course, with a muzzleloader, you definitely want to clean it after every use. So I definitely want to learn the best and proper ways to clean a muzzleloader so that it doesn't rust all to hell with the first shooting first trip to the range. So that is my new Wolf CVA Wolf muzzleloader. Pretty good muzzleloader for the money, as far as I can tell. Can't wait to take it out to the range and try it out, see how accurate it is, and just have some fun with it and take it out and hopefully hunt with it next year. So subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.